Play me some Pippin, man.
Okay. Today we got a pretty dope car. To be doing struts or lowering springs on this one, so we shall see. Looks good. I like those brakes. Clean. This bitch boogies, yo. I like it. I like the color. Nice big wheels. The Brembo's in the front. So V6 single turbo. I know you guys can't really see it. Let me raise up that ISO. So yeah, it's a front wheel drive V6. Single turbo's right there, so good luck ever getting to the transmission. But first impression, they did the damn thing, man. This thing's clean. So we're doing lowering springs on this. Brand new Acura TLX. Super handling all-wheel drive. 13,000 miles. Let's get it. All right, so lowering springs. First time ever looking at this car. So looks like a regular Honda, has active dampeners. You can see right there. So there's a clip. You just unplug it. Right there. See that? And then bracket on this side. I just take this off so it frees up on the strut. It's a little 10 millimeter bolt. Just gonna put it back so I don't lose it. So after that, it's a bolt down right here. Looks like a 17 now. Old school used to be 14. So disconnect that to disconnect the strut fork from the actual strut. And then we come down here, loosen this, it'll drop the fork down. So hopefully I could drop the fork down and get this strut out without having to drop the upper control arm. If not, take this off, pop this off, pull it over a little bit and it'll fall right back out. So yeah, gonna start working on the front. As far as the rear, so it's separate. shock. Again, active dampeners. But as far as the spring goes, my plan of approach is to disconnect the sway bar, disconnect it from this, put a jack right here to hold the strut up, and hopefully I could just swoop, drop it out, put the new spring in, put it back in. So that's my plan of approach. We'll see what goes. This is a 14, this is a 17. That's probably all you need to replace the springs in the rear. Shout out to Acura. Really, it's a Honda, but I like it. All right, so ended up having to drop the upper control arm. I just have a cord holding this right here so the axle doesn't pop out. I didn't loosen the axle, I didn't want to. Car only has 13,000 miles, so I'm not trying to unbolt as many things as I can, but strut is loose, so I just got to go up top and hit the 3 bolts. This comes in handy. Put it right there. Pop the ball joint loose so you don't have to hammer on it. Other than that, some vice grips to get the cotter pin out, and then hammer and a chisel to get the lower strut bolt out, and 17 and 19 for this. That's a 19, but other than that, just a 17 mil and a 10 mil, and then the struts are loose. Pretty. All right, a little update. I already got the rears done. As far as the fronts, I already got 1 strut done. I'm almost done. It's pretty easy. I feel like I don't really need to make how-to videos on this if you plan on doing this yourself. Harbor Freight, cheap, 40 bucks. Compress the old springs. Hit the nut's an 18 millimeter focus. Compress the springs. Put the top hat back on. Make sure that mount doesn't fall out. And yeah, tighten it. That's really all you got to do. As far as the rear is already done. I just used a jack and just jacked it up right here. Put some pressure on it and then took these 2 bolts out. As soon as I took these 2 bolts out, 14 mil, 17 mil, lowered the jack, comes out, swap the springs. The springs, they have this insulation or like rubber mount seat, which if you look under there, there's 4 bolts or 4 holes for them to go in. It could only go in one way. So make sure you got that in the right way. Make sure this is seated. Next time I would probably put a little bit of white lithium just to make it easier. And then I did loosen these bolts just to drop the arm down a little bit more. But yeah, almost done. Show a before and after. And look how big these brakes are. Oh, these are only 4 pots. You would think they're 6 pots, but yeah, almost done. All right, springs are done. Maybe I'd say like a 4-hour job. It's not that bad. I got it done in like 2 hours, but I have a lift, so that changes a lot of things. I really like this Acura. It's nice, man. Beefy. Oh, you can see up there. ISO is pretty low. That's weird. This is like a hydraulic dampener mount thing. It's kind of really similar to the Honda Odysseys, but different at the same time. There's a lot of things that they've kept, a lot of things that they've changed. I'm not going to take the under trays off. That's too many. But I like it, man. Thing's clean. Yes, sir.